So you finally built the channel of your dreams and you see your first $1,000 day and it feels surreal, like you've cracked the code. And then YouTube slaps your account, you get demonetized. No warning, no second chance. Essentially everything that you work for is gone overnight. Now, what most people don't realize is that getting monetized is actually the easy part. Keeping it, well, that's where people get destroyed. Because while everyone's busy trying to sell you the dream of faceless YouTube channels, almost nobody's teaching you how to protect it. They'll show you how to make viral videos, but not show you how to avoid copyright landmines. They'll tell you how to grow a channel, but not keep YouTube from flagging it. That's why 90% of faceless creators either get demonetized or live in constant fear of it, because the system will punish you for ignorance, even if your intentions are good. So in this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how to bulletproof your channel, how to protect your income, and make sure that this business pays you for years, not just months and days. So I hope you guys are very excited for today's video. It's one of these nuanced topics that, again, not many people speak of, but it is such an important and relevant thing that you need to know if you really want to keep yourself successful and cash flowing on YouTube. So today we're going to talk about how to avoid demonetization on YouTube. And if you aren't aware of who I am, by the way, I've been running faceless YouTube channels for the last 6 years. And I've been coaching professionally for about 4. I'm blessed and honored to say that I've been able to help almost 1,000 people reach financial success through this exact vehicle I'm teaching you today. Using the same systems and methodologies myself to scale my channels to 40,000 and beyond, and for many students as well. So guys, let's get into the main topic today, which is the dream versus the nightmare. All right, so guys, think about it. Most of us started YouTube, why? To make money and to build freedom, right? But also knowing that YouTube actually pays the best out of all the platforms. If you're comparing this thing to TikTok or Facebook or Snapchat or any of the platform out there, YouTube is the highest paying platform that exists right now. But you have to ask yourself, what happens after putting in all that effort, the editing, the stress to finally get monetized, and then boom, overnight, your channel gets demonetized, which by the way, does happen, guys. If you're not careful, if you're not aware of the things I'm speaking to you in this video, this very well could likely happen to you. So let's take a look at all the ways that we can avoid this from happening to you. Now, mistake number 1 that I see a lot of people make is inconsistency, all right? So inconsistency means ghosting the platform, which is going to give you an instant penalty. Now, let me just give you some clarity on this. If you post once, ever, basically, once a month or once every few months or something like this. Inconsistent uploads where you upload a couple this week and then not another video for another month or 2. That's very inconsistent. YouTube doesn't like to see that. So YouTube isn't Instagram. If you vanish for weeks or months, the algorithm actually stops trusting you. There is such a thing as trust score. And I have more videos on my channel explaining the trust score if you're curious about what that means. So for example, you always will need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now this number here is per year. You need to have 4,000 hours every single year. So if you have 4,000 this year, which is what got you monetized, and you stop posting next year, if YouTube can't register the 4,000 hours, it doesn't see 4,000 active hours, they're going to actually revoke your monetization, which does no longer allow you to make money on YouTube. This is very, very important. This is a key thing here, 4,000 hours per year. So even if you're monetized and you stop posting for too long, they can and will revoke your monetization status. So here's the thing, guys. YouTube takes consistency very seriously. If you're not feeding a platform, it's not going to feed you. All right. So how do we fix this? This is the main question. The main thing you want to do, number 1, is schedule content in advance. You want to have a content calendar, which allows you to predictably and preemptively have content, which allows you to stay monetized with the platform. Even 1 to 2 videos a month can keep your channel healthy. I highly recommend this. Don't go under the 1 to 2 videos a month because, again, that's when you fall risk. And using batching and editors to maintain output during life events. If things are happening, you want to make sure you have a systemized team, which allows you to just keep safe in the instances that life happens and events happen, which allow you to or force you to be away from your computer, away from your business. So this is exactly what we teach our students as well, to be preemptive in case anything happens. You have a system that's built which allows you to have your business operate without you. That's the key thing, right? Operating without you, which leads to a consistent calendar, which allows you to have consistency on the channel, which YouTube loves and will help you maintain an active monetization status. Now, keep in mind, guys, there's another one. I call this one mistake 1.5, which is the vehicle, otherwise known as the niche. All right. The wrong niche can lead you to never reaching monetization to begin with, right? If you find yourself choosing a niche that's actually very maybe gray area or something that YouTube doesn't like in general, you could find yourself putting a lot of time, money, energy, and effort into a channel, posting videos, spending money, and never actually reaching monetization status, which is horrible. So if you're unsure of the niche that you're going into, I highly recommend you check out my free niche list. So if you head to my free school community, which by the way, first link in the description, it's going to give you access to a free school community, which has a massive course. I've literally given away basically everything I know for free over the last 5 years that I've collected all my data and information and knowledge. I've given it to you guys for free. I want to make sure you guys are limiting the amount of mistakes that you make. You're able to move with this business with confidence and reassurance. So if you go to the niche section, you click here to 60 winning niches. I literally give you a list full of different niches that are working exceptionally well right now with different channel examples, my personal rating, and the RPM that they have. All right. Now let's move on to this. And if you're also unsure of exactly which niche to get into, I just posted a video recently of the 13 best niches to go into post AI update, because obviously the AI update has wiped out a bunch of channels that people thought were good. And this video over here, that's why the check marks here. Check it out after the video. I'll leave a link or also an end screen after this video. You can jump straight to that other video. All right. Moving on to the next thing, which is mistake number 2, which is unoriginal content. This is a main one I want to spend a little bit of time on with you guys. All right. So repurposing content is not the same thing as plagiarizing. I'll be very, very clear here. All right. You cannot upload other people's content without significant edits. That's just not how YouTube works. This is not like TikTok or Snapchat or other platforms that maybe have the ability to kind of tread that line. YouTube's not like this, all right? There's no such thing as lazy repost. You can't just copy and paste bigger YouTube channels or viral TikToks. You can't just steal content directly, all right? YouTube can tell when your content is unoriginal and it'll block monetization, or worse, it'll reverse it. So you can't just go ahead and steal people's content. Let me show you an example. This is one of my students' videos. He literally posted 4 days ago, got 7.7K views. Fantastic. Great video. Look what happened. We immediately saw that someone stole his content, split it in two, and posted it on a fresh channel, trying to take ownership and trying to get views on videos that are not his. They're essentially literally stolen and reposted. Reposting is awful. You don't want to repost content, right? YouTube will detect it. They have a content ID system that scans every piece of content that's on YouTube, and they try and match it to the original person, of course, giving credit. So if I create something and someone steals it, I don't want them to make money off of it. So I can see that they've stolen it, and I can choose to strike their channel, take it down, give them a claim, reach out to them, and try and have them, take it down. And so this method doesn't work, all right? So this is something I want to show you here. Now, what you should do is reimagine the content with a brand new voiceover, B-roll, custom style. So for example, we see this one channel, which is all mental illnesses explained by cats. Cool. Now somebody else did the same thing, which is mental health, but explained by ducks. Now that's the same kind of topic, same expression of the topic, but explained differently. It's actually just a more unique angle. It's taking something that's already proven to work. If people like learning about mental health, but with cats, they'll probably want to learn the same thing, but with ducks. Some people like cats more than ducks, but people always love learning about mental health. Same thing here. Stocks explained with bananas. Well, Caveman explains how mortgages works. It's the same thing. It's instead of an ape or a gorilla teaching something, it's now a caveman. So the same essence has already worked, and they now reimagined it a little bit more unique with its own custom style, a new voiceover, different B-roll, different images, right? So this is the same thing. You can steal topics, you can emulate topics, you can get inspiration from topics, but you can't just steal content directly. It'll never work. YouTube will never let you do that, right? Or worse, another thing that you can do to get yourself demonetized instantly, potentially even have your channel taken down, is taking straight up movies or shows directly from the source and posting them on a monetized channel. Because if they happen to get a bunch of views, say you get a million views because you posted a full movie, it's going to show there that you're going to maybe make like $5,000, $10,000, but they catch on instantly. Not only will they take away your money, not only will they take away your monetization, not only will they take away your channel, but you can also get hit with some serious copyright issues, which might lead to you getting sued. So don't do this at all costs. These two things are really bad. Uploading content that contains sex, drugs, or anything illegal, also just avoid it at all costs. It's not worth the gamble. So how do we fix this? All right. Create unique videos. All right. Create unique scripts and thumbnails. Use edits, commentary, transitions. These are the keys here. All right. Make it your version, not stealing theirs. Don't just steal the same thing. It's never going to work. All right. These are the main ways to fix this too. Now let me go into something else that exists so you guys understand how people actually steal content ethically. There is a way to steal content ethically, all right, which is by making it transformative and original. So there's fair use digital law that exists, all right? There's 4 factors into the fair use. Let me go through them one by one by showing you exactly on the actual YouTube help document, all right? So let me go over here and show you what they say. There's copyright exceptions around the world, and there's 4 factors to fair use. Number 1, the purpose and the character of use, including whether such as use of commercial nature or is for nonprofit educational purposes, right? So the courts typically focus on whether the use of copyright protected material is transformative. This means whether the use adds new expression or meaning to the original material, or whether it merely copies from the original. So commercial uses are likely to be less considered as fair use, but it's also possible to monetize a video that contains fair use material. All right, so this is the main thing. So transformative and original are the keywords here. This means that you've taken a concept, you've taken a piece of something copyright, and you've made it your own. All right, so let me kind of explain exactly how you can also do this. The nature, right? So the using material from primarily factual works is more likely to be fair use than using purely fictional works. All right, that's another thing. Now, the amount and substantiality of the portion used relative to the whole copyrighted work. This is the key. How much copyright content are you using in proportion to what's actually original? So borrowing small bits of material from an original work is more likely to be considered fair use than borrowing large portions. But if what's borrowed is considered the heart of the work, sometimes even small sampling may weigh against fair use. All right, so let me show you something here quickly. There is something here which we call the 5 to 7 second rule. All right, here's the thing. We can see here 5 seconds. We can see here another 5 seconds. So if you're able to take something of copyright, I'm just pretend this is copyright, not just me. But if you're taking copyright clips, you can take 5 seconds up to 7 seconds of any copyright content and snip it. So you take a snippet here, snippet here, snippet here, and you put them together. They can't be consecutive. It can't be 15 seconds of a clip. It can be 5 seconds of this, 5 seconds of something over there, 5 seconds of something there, and clip together, almost like a Frankenstein video. That is now leaning towards transformative and original. But again, you can't just clip things and mix them together and call it original. You still need to add your own value, which we'll talk about shortly here, all right? Now, if we go back to here, we can see the effect of the use upon potential market for or value of the copyright content. So uses that harm the copywriter's holder's ability to profit from their own original work are less likely to be considered fair use. Courts sometimes have made exceptions under this factor in cases involving parodies. So parodies kind of sometimes even like the reactions also stand as one, right? But there's one main thing that's consistent here, all right? If you add your own commentary or educational value over the video in combination with the transformation of the clips, meaning just using 5 to 7 seconds at a time, you now have a real transformative video, all right? So now not only am I just taking snippets, I'm also adding a script plus a voiceover. That's the transformative part. That's what gives the value and educational commentary. So combining the educational commentary, which is script and voiceover, plus the clip editing is now what allows us to use all this copyright content. So when you see me stealing content from National Geographic so I can create some animal documentaries, it's because I'm only using small subsegments of the content itself and adding my own educational value over that video. Now, the exceptions to this rule are some movies and shows don't give a crap that you only use 5 to 7 seconds. They just don't like it. And more or less, a lot of sports. A lot of sports do this as well, specifically like football, basketball. Sometimes they do this as well. You really can't use the 5 to 7 second rule consistently. It still might hit you, right? So if you can only maybe use like 2-3 seconds at a time, even then you're still at risk because this is the whole thing with like the heart of the content, consider the heart of the work. So when it comes to like in-game footage, they just don't really like it that much. All right. So these are the kinds of exceptions to the rule, but this is helping you hopefully understand how us as YouTube automation specialists and YouTube automation creators are able to use other people's content without getting hit. So now another mistake, number 3. All right. Number 3 is copyrighted audio and visuals. This is a super important key, guys. Many of you guys don't even realize that this is killing your channel and also allowing you not even to get monetized in the first place is background music. This could literally be killing your channel. Even one copyrighted song or element can flag your video and block monetization. Many creators unknowingly use trending music or clips that they found online, even from royalty-free websites with unclear licenses. All right, so be very, very careful where you get your music from because most things are actually low-key flagged. All right, so how do we fix this? Only use music from trusted sources that are royalty-free libraries. Examples, Epidemic Sound, Artlist, and YouTube Audio Library. And always double check the license before uploading. Let me explain a little bit, right? So if you go to YouTube, you type in Audio Library, or you go into the backend studio where your channel is, and you'll see something called Audio Library, where you'll see a bunch of copyright-free music. You will never, ever, ever get in trouble for using this music that's directly from YouTube. There's a few other ones as well that are kind of partnered with YouTube that are free on the platform. These are okay, A-okay, all right? But if you go here and you type in, literally, you type in on YouTube, copyright-free music, you're going to see a bunch of these people that are saying 12 hours of copyright-free music, On Clap Unstoppable, copyright-free music, or this one, copyright-free lo-fi beats, copyright-free trailer music. It may or may not be copyright-free. Here's the key. This is where they get you, right? That's why I have big X's here. Something may be copyright-free, but for example, if I post something today and I say it's copyright free. I claim it all over. It's copyright free. You can use it as long as you want. And this video goes off and gets 1 million views, 5 million views, right? And I probably have maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people that have used that song in their creations. And that's fine because it's copyright free. I can't do anything about it. But then I can go take that song. I can pay $3 and I can license that song somewhere. Out of any time, at any point in time, I can do this whenever I want. Doesn't matter. There's no rule against this. and I can go license that same song that you used in 50 of your videos. Now, what happens is I automatically can detect how many people have used my song in their videos. I'll see a massive list, and I can then go ahead and strike their channels. I can hit a claim over their channels. And basically, the smartest thing I can do is what most people do is that they will take a percentage of your channel revenue, of the video revenue. And here's the key is that because you use my song, I can take up to 98%. Let me be very clear, 98% of the revenue simply because you use my song, even if you use it for 10 seconds. That's the power of copyright when it comes to music. It's very, very powerful. It's actually one of the most dangerous ones. So I tell everyone, don't use copyright-free music from these random websites. Use it from one that you're either paying literally for a license like Artlist or Epidemic Sound or any other one like that. These reputable ones, it's like $20 a month for unlimited copyright-free music. Just do it. And it's phenomenal music. You'll find so much stuff. And typically your editors will already have subscriptions to this, but this is very valuable information that not many people talk about. No one really talks about this stuff, how to avoid this. Is very, very important. All right. So guys, what is a safe path to keep forward? All right. Build it to monetize and to keep it. There's 3 monetization commandments. I need you guys to literally write them down every single day before you go to bed. Obviously not, but stay consistent even when life gets crazy. Don't mess up your posting schedule. Don't compromise it, because at one point in time, you work so hard to get this channel monetized and you can lose it overnight simply by just not being consistent with uploading. Never upload content that you did not significantly transform. Always make sure to do your due diligence and ensure that the content that you're posting has reached significant transformative efforts to make sure that your content does not get hit with copyright, because otherwise you're going to see yourself losing all the effort that you put in. All right. And avoid any copyrighted audio or footage that you don't own. Big one with the audio. Huge, huge, huge thing. No one talks about this, all right? And this is your little path here, right? Inactivity, stolen clips, copyright music, all the way here. And if you just follow this correctly and you just avoid all these little potholes and slippages, you're going to be fine, all right? Don't let this whole thing go to waste, because you've already put in the effort, the edits, the uploads, the growth, and the money. Don't risk it all, because there's 3 avoidable mistakes. All right, these are the 3 main ones. So guys, if you haven't already, I really highly encourage you to join my free school community. I literally have an entire course like I mentioned here. Also, I go live twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. I go live twice with myself here. I spend my own time teaching everyone for free, auditing your channels, giving you feedback, giving you all the confidence, again, and reassurance that you need. And also there's a community full of literally over 5,000 people that are here with you, doing the same business as you, in the trenches. You can talk to, ask questions, connect with, make friends with. You probably don't have any friends right now that do YouTube automation. I really encourage you guys to join. Like I said, it's free. First link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, another one's going to pop up after this, which is again the 13 niches that I recommend you get into that are not going to be affected by the AI update. I'll see you guys there, and I'll see you in the community. I'll see you on the next video.